This video will provide guidance on how to create a notice list for applications. Several applications require a notice list, including all planning board applications, including site plan, subdivision, conditional use permits, and earth excavation permit applications. All zoning board of adjustment applications, including variance, special exception, equitable waiver, and application to expand or enlarge a non-conforming use, Historic District Commission major project applications, and applications to amend the zoning ordinance, zoning map, or the land development code. The instructions in this video are for planning board and ZBA applications only. When creating your notice list, there are several parties that must be included on the notice list, including the applicant, the owner or owners of all properties that are the subject of the application, all direct abutters, including any properties that are across the public right-of-way, like a road or stream, from the subject property. For ZBA and planning board applications, all abutters within 200 feet of the subject property, any holders of conservation, preservation, or agricultural preservation restrictions on the subject parcel, and every engineer, architect, land surveyor, or soil scientist whose professional seal appears on any plat submitted as part of the application. A useful tool in creating a preliminary list of all direct abutters and abutters within 200 feet of the property exists on the keennh.gov website. So you can start by navigating to keennh.gov. Up at the top of the page, find the Residents tab, and then find the Assessments section. Click on Assessments, and then come down to Maps and GIS. That will open up the Access GIS KeenNH tool. You can search for your property up here in the search bar. So if I search for 3 Washington Street, which is City Hall, it will give me several search results. I can scroll down and I can find 3 Washington Street here. It will select 3 Washington Street. Over here, you can find more information about the property. Up here, with the button with the 3 little houses, is the Abutters tool. If you click on that, it will open up the Abutters menu. In this instance, the property located at 3 Washington Street includes several subsections, and all of these need to be selected before you generate the notice list. You can do this under Subject Features. There's a little Add and Remove Subject Features, so I can make sure to select any subsections that are part of the parcel. So if I come up here and change this to 200 feet, now this red line indicates 200 feet away from my subject parcel, 3 Washington Street, and all of these red properties are the properties that fall within 200 feet. However, I must also include on my notice list those properties that are across a public right-of-way, even if they are further than 200 feet away. That means I'll need to add this property because it is across a public right-of-way. This is Central Square. And then a couple of these properties as well. So in order to do that, I can come to my abutting parcels section, click the Add or Remove, and then I can just click on the properties that are directly across a public right-of-way, the road, from my subject property. So this looks pretty good. So if I come up here to Reports, a little drop-down menu will show up, and if I click on PDF, that will give me a list of all of these selected properties and the owners and contact information for those owners. If I come back to Reports, I can go to Mailing Labels. That will give me a PDF of mailing labels ready to print out. Some people prefer to do the Excel option, Mailing Labels Excel, because that will open an Excel document. In the Excel document, you can edit that, and that means you can add every engineer, architect, land surveyor, or soil scientist whose professional seal appears on any part of your application. When one of the abutting properties is a condo, you need only notice the condo association, not every single unit within the condo. Additionally, to determine whether or not there are any holders of conservation, preservation, or agricultural preservation restrictions on the subject parcel, you will either need to do a recent survey of the property prepared by a New Hampshire licensed surveyor, or you will need to do a deed search at the Cheshire County Registry of Deeds. which is located at 33 West Street in Keene. They do have an online search function, but it's only available for records from 1967 through the present. If you have any questions at all or you have any concerns during this process, please do not hesitate to reach out to the Community Development Department at 603-352-5440.